In this video, we're going to break down 5 picks that I think are the best local multiplayer games for you to play on the Nintendo Switch, especially if you have children. My wife and I are constantly seeing in parents groups online and people asking on the comment sections of other video game review sites of, is this a good game for kids or is this a good game for us to play as a family? So that's what this video is all about, and I want to set out to answer that. All that being said, make sure that you check the description down below for all of the links to the games that I've talked about, and leave a comment if you think that there's a game that I've left off the list or one that you think other people should know about. Sound off in the comments so we can all share our knowledge. First up is Snipperclips. Snipperclips is a simple game with simple mechanics, but that doesn't mean it's not fun, and it doesn't mean that it doesn't also have its challenging moments. Players will play as a shape with a face and legs that can move around, jump, and cut pieces out of each other when they overlap to make their bodies become a new shape. Each round you'll be tasked with an objective along the lines of get this ball into the goal or get from point A to point B by working together. Now in this game you will die or lose lives. The only thing that you might not be able to do is figure out how to work together. And this is because you can always reform yourself back into your starting shape if you mess up. This is a cooperative game that requires 2 players to work together to solve their problems. However, you can also sabotage the whole thing if someone doesn't want to play nice. In my opinion, this is a great buy on the Nintendo Switch eShop and can usually be found someplace around the $10 mark. If you end up liking it, you can always buy the DLC and then you can play with up to 4 players and have some more challenges. Next up is Super Mario Party. If you've never played Mario Party, it's kind of like a digital board game where you pick your favorite Mario characters and you roll dice to move around the board and collect stars. And interrupting the monotony of just simply traveling around a board are these very fun mini games, and this is what this series is known for. These mini-games are short little game challenges that challenge you to compete for opportunities to get resources like coins or stars. The games can be a free-for-all or they can be 2 versus 2 and sometimes even 1 player versus everyone else. These fun little games challenge your reaction times, puzzle solving abilities, and sometimes are just plain luck. At the end of each game, players will also be awarded with superlative stars for their achievements during the game, which means that there's also a bit of luck involved because sometimes the worst player in the game gets awarded and gets some sympathy stars. If you're looking to spice up your family board game night, this is also a good pickup, and I think it's pretty doable for kids age 5 and up, and it's very accessible for people who have never picked up a video game before as well. Sticking with the Mario theme, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is another must-have if you have the Nintendo Switch. This is the best-selling game on the Switch, and the adoption rate is pretty much 1-to-1. And that's for a good reason, but I think it's specifically because of this game's accessibility is what makes it such a compelling purchase. And what I mean by accessibility is that I mean that it scales. There are pro-competitive players who play at the insanely fast-paced 200cc mode, and then there's our 3-year-old daughter who plays with us on the newcomer-friendly 50cc mode with driving assist modes turned on. She knows to hold down the acceleration button, and the assist that you can turn on during the character select screen keeps her roughly on course and moving in the right direction. Doesn't guarantee a win, but it means that you can all play no matter your skill level. The cool thing is that you can also turn these assist modes on for any individual player. So if mom and dad want to get competitive and your kids need some help, that's also possible. As you play through the game, you'll also unlock more courses, carts, and accessories, and you'll find a combo that works for you, whether it's one that just plain old looks cute or it's one that actually suits the way you want to drive. Just be prepared for your kids to get better than you really fast when you suggest that the winner of the next Mario Kart round gets to choose where you guys go eat dinner. Number 4, we have any game in the Lego series. Now, this is kind of a cheat, I know, because I'm saying pretty much any Lego game that is tied to an existing IP is a good pickup, but I really mean it. Lego games are about as accessible as they come. They aren't necessarily designed to challenge your skills, but they are an enjoyable Easter egg-filled way for you to play through your favorite series together with your friends and family who may not be the best gamers. Gameplay usually consists of short puzzles, some platforming, collecting a lot of items, and sometimes fun little mini games. So go grab Harry Potter, Star Wars, Marvel versions of these games and have fun playing your way through unlocking new characters to play as, new costumes, and reliving a fun version of your favorite things while introducing non-gamers to video games or introducing non-nerds to your favorite IPs. This game is mostly designed to get you through a narrative section of the game while being interactive. The Lego games are designed to get you through a narrative more than they are designed to get you through a gameplay experience. These games work best because you're sitting on the couch next to someone that you're playing with, going through a narrative section, all while experiencing some of the unique humor that the Lego series brings to existing IPs. Before we get to number 5, make sure you give the video a thumbs up, share it with a friend or family member who you think might find it helpful, and subscribe if you want to get more videos like this. Finally, I would also suggest taking a look at Super Mario 3D World. Now, Super Mario is great if you want to play it as an entire family because Mario, again, is super scalable. This is a slight variation to the traditional 2D platforming Mario game where you're running sideways across a board, jumping over pits, and stomping on Goombas. This has a bit of an isometrical view instead of it just being a plain side-scroller, and it's delightfully charming and allows for 1 to 4 players to play at the same time to work together and collect stars and make it to the end of each level. You'll jump over pits and stomp on Goombas like any good Mario game, but you'll also be given some fun power-ups from previous entries like the Fire Flower, or some new ones like the Cat Suit that allow you to attack and climb walls. Each playable character also handles a little bit differently and are good options for younger players. For example, Peach can float a little bit, so landing accurately is a bit easier because you have more time. And Luigi jumps higher than anybody else in the game, which makes platforming sections a little bit more doable as you get to the late stage of the game. You'll share lives, and you can even make each playthrough a bit of a competition to see who can get the most points and coins as you work together to beat the level. For players who get stuck at some points in the game, continually falling in the same pit, dying at the same enemy, the game will offer a special power-up that allows you to hover indefinitely in order to make some of the more challenging platforming sections a little bit easier. Watch out though, because you can accidentally get in each other's way by picking each other up or getting in the way of each other's jumps or movement. This is a fun way to introduce Mario to your kids if they've never experienced a more traditional Mario before and they're a little bit younger, so that you can play along with them and help them through the levels. It's a great multiplayer option for you to play with 1 to 4 people. This is a fun pickup for you to play as a family or individually, so it's a win-win. There's more videos like this coming down the pipeline, but let us know in the comments what specifically you would like to see us cover on our channel. Also, if you would like to see some more family-friendly streaming going on, then you can check out one of our other videos that's popping up here now. Or if you want to see our other reviews for best Nintendo Switch games to play with your kids that aren't necessarily co-op games, you should check out this video as well. And subscribe to our channel if you just want to learn more things Nintendo.